too many stickers in high school because that means you didn't hit. Like you wanted to make sure your stickers were messed up a little bit.
Defensive touchdowns, yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, man, I thought it was stupid. Other standouts from the Senior Bowl.
Andy Isabella, who looks as fast as advertised and pretty good. Mon Marshall out of USC, the corner.
Can everyone stop dick riding Drew Lock? It's getting disgusting. It's like Blake Bortles 2.0.
Nah, it's more like he's Nick Foles with more mobility.
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, he looks like Paxton Lynch. I honestly think Amir Hall should have been invited to the game, but whatever. Tyree Jackson out of Buffalo looked all right, but I hope he doesn't end up like Josh Freeman. But he does have some Joe Flacco to his game, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes.
I wouldn't
be surprised if the Patriots drafted Tyree Jackson, though.
I just think, like, didn't we learn enough from Blaine Gabbert?
Didn't he throw 21 touchdowns the year before? Or 12 touchdowns the year before he had that big year with Missouri, and Aldon Smith was on the defense?
Shout out to Aldon, wherever he is. Hope you're good, man.
Wherever he is.
But yeah, man, other people, according to your boy, my boy, actually. I thought this was Matt Miller's, but this is Mo Morton's Bleacher Report.
No, I'm just playing.
He shouted out Debo Samuel.
That boy's nice.
Isabella, who you already talked about.
Isabella. I think out of Massachusetts.
Andre Dillard, tackle out of Washington State, which people are saying
no sacks.
People are saying this tackle class is actually really deep and really good, which makes the Raiders stupid
for taking Brandon Parker. Even though me and Obi
timing for the Rams and the Chargers, who both need offensive tackles.
Yeah, because Whitworth is getting up there in age. He's old in the tooth.
And Russell Okung's been fringe good for 5 years.
He's a solid 78 overall.
Montez Sweat, who's been
he destroyed a guy,
pretty much all year. Terrell Hanks, New Mexico State
linebacker.
Rock Ya-Sin out of Temple.
Rock Ya-Sin.
He's been getting a lot of high praise.
Corner, he suplexed a guy. There's a picture of him doing it. Shout out to that photographer.
Nazir Adderley from Delaware. A lot of people are saying the Raiders are going to get him in the end of the top of the back end of the first round. And
they got a Kyler Murray going to the Raiders.
And my boy Wes Hills, who actually got hurt early in the game, but he was an NFLPA Collegiate Bowl MVP, played his way into the Senior Bowl, and actually was really, really good throughout all weeks of practice. And everyone was talking about, who's this kid from Slippery Rock? Yeah, your boy interviewed him. But besides that, he got hurt. Hopes he gets healthy and gets back to it. But yeah, man, dude's quietly rising up Senior Bowl. So rising up draft boards. So look out for him. Outside of that, man, we gotta talk about the Kaepernick shit that happened this week because we always talk about Kaepernick.
Yeah.
So pretty much, in case you missed it, Roger Goodell was talking to the media, and
wait 1 second. That's what I was gonna say. One last thing to Jackie. Oh my God. You
Seriously?
had video. No, she had video because Goodell talked about the replay for the Rams Saints game, and there's an article that lets them actually restart the game and reverse the call, and he didn't do it. What did you see from video that was sent to you that explains away that no call on pass interference? Give us your grade A analysis.
Wait, you're talking about the video I showed you before?
Yeah. That one. What did that video entail?
That one of the Rams tipped the ball before it got to the other player, the Saints player. And
since this is the teaching moment.
Yes, I don't know the rules, so you explained it to me.
You called it out, yeah. You called it out. Anytime a defender tips the ball, pass interference is null and void because the trajectory of the ball was interrupted. Therefore, it cannot be pass interference. Even though the cut where we totally power drive to Tommy Lee Lewis's chest, Michael Brocker's got a hand on the ball.
Yep.
Okay. So my rebuttal to that is, why hasn't the NFL said anything about that? Number one. Number two,
which feeds back into your story.
Why did they fine Roby Coleman
more than Michael Thomas got fired? Yeah, more than Michael Thomas got fined for the cell phone incident?
But yeah, man, see, you threw me off because I was going to get to the Saint shit at the end. But
no, but I'm tying in Roger Goodell's hypocrisy and lack of silence, and now the contrast is he opened his mouth about Kaepernick and had much to say. I was literally just throwing it back to you.
Yeah, man.
Stage is
So,
yours.
well, now I don't know where to go. So why don't you go ahead and just do it?
No, talk about it. You got it up there right in front of you. Pretty much, Goodell hired a focus group and separated off age and race, I guess, and did a poll on if people like Kaepernick or not. And if you base it off, if you separate age and race, guess how many people don't like Kaepernick and guess how many you do. And he also came out and said if Kaepernick was good enough to play for a team, teams would have signed him, even though he was good enough. And everybody except the three of us in this room played quarterback in the NFL this year.
Well, and that's pretty much what Kaepernick's agent said was he pretty much mocked the president, saying he got roasted on social media justly because guess what? Mark Sanchez, Mark Sanchez, senior butt fumble, Mission Viejo, I think, or Tribuco Hills, one of those schools. Finance.
He went to Mission Viejo.
Yeah, one of them.
No, definitely Mission Viejo.
Pretty much went from not starting since week 15 of 2015 to starting a game for the Washington Redskins on Sunday Night Football.
Deadskins.
Yeah. So there you have it. Kaepernick skipped over for no reason. Like and at the time we talked about it, Jay Gruden described it as, well, you know, I didn't want to have to change my offense for Kaepernick and yada, yada, yada.
Even though they run a zone scheme offense, which has a lot of...
which we talked about, and people on Twitter called out, was like, your scheme is actually closer to the one that he ran in San Francisco, both under Harbaugh and Chip Kelly, than anything that Mark Sanchez ran in Philadelphia.
And USC.
Yeah. So there you have it. All right, man, and something you already alluded to, the whole beef with the Saints and the commissioner. So pretty much, as we've been talking about, the commissioner, he pretty much was like, he was getting called out by Saints players. One of them, Watson, the tight end, pretty much saying
Watson.
he sent him like a really, really nice, the equivalent of like, you know, when a white woman goes off on you at work and speaks to your supervisor, pretty much the equivalent of that, but to the commissioner, basically saying all this nice flattery, but like, hey, I'm right, so answer my need because I'm the customer type of shit. Pretty much penned this whole letter saying, hey, commissioner, you need to lead by example by, you know, issuing a statement on this because this happened and it affected us and we have the highest quality game and it needs to be addressed. Yada, yada, yada. Goodell came out this week and was like, yeah, I've been talking to Sean Payton. I've been talking to, you know, guys at the Saints. And it's unfortunate when officiating comes into the play because we don't want that to be the highlight. But officials are human.
And all-pro wide receiver Michael Thomas said he never called us.
And what is it, Zach Strief?
Zach Strife, yeah, he went in on him.
Yeah,
I
Zach
think he's a
Strief-
former Saint.
Yeah, he pretty much went in on him too and was like...
T.O. killed the refs, by the way. Terrell Owens killed others, which is ironic because I have popcorn right here.
Yeah, and pretty much he said the same thing. He said he never called him. He said he was flat out lying. He stands on a podium and just flat out lies to people, and that something needs to be done about him consistently lying, which, as we know, Goodell and the NFL have been lying for a really long time about different various shit till they get caught up.
And then they changed the narrative by like either pandering to women or breast cancer.
But let me ask you this, Kenny: how are Saints
they
fans
don't
ever
care.
going to get over this?
They're
Are
never
they
going to
ever
get
gonna
over it.
this?
They're never going to get over it.
Is this their tuck rule?
It's bigger than the tuck rule.
Is it?
This is like that scene in the courtroom of New Jack City with Nino Brown pointing at that one light-skinned dude saying, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than all of us. There's money involved. Like, there's betting lines. There's, you know, the Saints had a home game and should have been at this game. You think about how much money it was going to generate for them. And by the way, New Orleans fans, Louisiana, invading Atlanta, that would have been a sight. There would have been blood in the street, probably. mainly from Saints fans, because like Saints fans and Falcons fans hate each other, and Atlanta just wants everybody to be miserable. Shout out to Future again.
All right, man. So let's move on. Let's go to touchdown or turnover. All right. First of all, I'll use one of your college football spots, and you can tell me if it's a touchdown or a turnover. Cool. Graham Harrell was named the USC offensive coordinator.
That's all right. Hold on. Let me read what Wu said. Should refs get fined for bad calls? No calls. Players get fined. Well, actually, I'll answer that question last. But to answer your question first, don't shake your head at me.
This is why you can't be A-Mike, bro.
No, this is why I can't be A-Mike, because sometimes you just have to go with it. And you should also always respond to listener engagement.
Yeah, at the appropriate time, not when I'm asking you a question.
No, because I can actually do both. So to answer your question, it's a touchdown. But unfortunately, it's kind of a little bit too late. The body's already dead. The bleeding is already... this body just bled out. USC lost Brew McCoy to Texas. He literally transferred.
Is USC ever going to be good again?
No.
Are they going to be the powerhouse they were?
No. I blame Pete Carroll and I blame the NCAA for essentially giving them the equivalent of the death penalty.
They did not get the death penalty.
Bro, they got 30 scholarship reductions. Don't talk to me.
They didn't get SMU'd.
They got SMU for a private university for a team like that. You think Alabama?
SMU is a private university.
But SMU isn't on the level of a USC in any category.
They were then.
Name 5 great SMU players for me. Aside from Craig
Eric Dickerson.
And beside Eric Dickerson and Craig, what's his face? The guy that everybody hates.
Okay, Emmanuel Sanders.
That's a modern day player, but okay, go ahead.
The receiver from Denver, Cortland Sutton.
Okay, that's 2, and they're not great yet. It's too early in their careers.
All right, well,
you named one Hall of Famer and Craig James.
You got me.
Okay, then
I got 4.
Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Lindell White, Dwayne Jarrett. Like a lot of these cats are probably going to end up in the College Football Hall of Fame, by the way.
Because that's such a great accomplishment.
Actually, it is. Mike Vick is in the College Football Hall of Fame. Where
he is.
Okay, then. So don't shit on your idol.
All right, next thing, man.
But yeah, Graham Hill. They actually maybe Kyle Ford might sign with them. They lost all their 5-star recruits. USC's in a bad way. Like everybody's going to. If you're a receiver, you go to somewhere like Oklahoma or Bama or
receivers are actually going to Bama. I think you talked about that like 2 seasons ago.
It's gross. I don't know why they like. A third caller. This is like a similar number. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What about the great Robert Wood?
We already talked about Robert Woods.
Robert Woods, Marquise Lee. The fact that you were on point with that Robert Woods take. Yeah, we talked about him, though. I say he's probably going to be...
That's true. Well, the Saints can suck you. Get over it.
Boom! I like this guy.
All right, I lost money on that Hail Mary. It was a damn touchdown. Or interception, so people got to get over it.
Pick
Bad
routes.
calls all the time. Des Bryant, that was a catch.
Right.
It was a catch.
Okay, now we're going 5 years back?
I know. Let's keep going.
How about the tuck roll, Bob?
No. Let's go before the tuck roll. There's a lot that happened in between there.
The immaculate reception.
Well, I mean,
that
honestly,
Steelers
like,
Cardinals Super Bowl.
Roll, it was in the snow. That was a little sketch, but this one was like blatant. But I still don't think he would have caught it. So fuck it.
2 tears in a bucket.
Anything else you want to say since you're hijacking our show tonight?
Nah, I like it.
I think you guys do good work. I appreciate all the football talk. You cover every level, but let's go Rams.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Go Rams.
That's what I call it, Ramley right there.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Was that Bob again?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Bob.
That was Bob.
I think I know who Bob is now.
OG, triple OG.
All right, man. So next up, Tony Romo. He's getting consideration for head coaching jobs. What, 2 years?
What?
Out of being a quarterback? Is that a touchdown or a turnover?
I'm sorry.
A turnover like every game Tony Romo's ever had in the postseason. Literally never won a postseason. Wait. I'm sorry. He beat Ndamukong Suh and the Detroit Lions and cost me getting my hair dyed 3 years ago, and I'm still mad about it because Suh and Megatron and all of them, they got robbed, bro. There was something with the catch with Megatron that year where they got robbed.
Megatron got robbed of a lot of great catches in his career. That's why he should have been a Raider.
Yeah, man.